What's up guys, Anubhav here. Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Welcome back to the third episode of me editing your photos, or AR Lightroom edits is what we used to call it. And before we start today's episode, just in case you guys are new and you guys don't know what this entire show is all about, well, this is a show where you guys send me the photos that you have clicked, preferably in raw formats, and I edit those photos using my phone, using different applications like Lightroom or Visco, and you guys watch me do that, and then I send you the edited photos and we can all have a good time in lockdown because nobody really is traveling right now. With that said, I have actually selected, let's just start this. With that said, I have actually selected 6 photos this time, and interestingly enough, we are using Visco today instead of the conventional Lightroom mobile, because I really wanted to try my hands on a new software and also give you guys some perspective on how you can use this app as well. Alright, so the first photo that we are talking about is this cat photo, which comes from Aryan. And Aryan, thanks a lot for sending me this photo. I absolutely love it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is open it up in Visco, as you guys can see. And before really putting any filter on it, I'd just like to get the light settings adjustments out of the way. So we'll go to the second option, the adjustments, and over there probably play with the exposure a little bit, add a little bit of contrast and all of that. Now the reason I like Visco a lot when it comes to using it for stuff like this is that it's extremely simple and easy to get into and 100% free, which Lightroom is also, but there are a few things like the geometry thing that need a paid subscription. Now, as always guys, remember, don't do +12 clarity, doesn't look good. 1 or 2 or 5. 5 is your maximum freedom that I can give you guys for clarity. Alright, we are going to saturate the photo a bit, just a bit. You can also add your highlights and your shadows, and I'm just gonna do it a little bit. Shadows I think is fine. Skin tone not really needed, and just add a little bit of vignette and probably a little bit of grain, because it will give it that nice cinematic look. Fade is again something that you want to be careful with. You do it too much and it doesn't really look good, but a little bit can go a long way, as they say. We can also do a little bit of split toning, that is adding certain hues of colors in the highlights as well as the shadows. You can do that if you want. I'm just going to be adding a little bit of orange in the shadows and a little bit of teal in the highlights, not a lot, as you guys can see. And once that is done, this is the before and after. I think we already have reached a very nice stage. And the next thing that I'm going to do is add a filter. So I'm going to add M5, which is this warm filter. And once again, you can click on the filter to adjust the intensity, because +12 just looks extremely over processed. Somewhere around, I think 4 or 5 looks really good. That's the before and the after. I think this is a look that I am very satisfied with when it comes to this photo in general. And yeah, congratulations Aryan, thanks a lot for sending this in. All of you watching this can download all the edited pictures from the folder in the description below. And with that said, let's actually end up saving this. So I am going to save this as a draft, and we'll move on to the next picture, which is this beautiful meadow, and this is by Arbaz. And thanks a lot Arbaz for entering today's video. And this was actually an email that he had sent back, I think for the second or the first episode, and I somehow missed it. And I mean, just look at this picture guys, everything about it, the horse, the composition, the mountain ranges in the background, the trees on the side, the sky, everything about this is beautiful. And it just hits me so much right now because I really want to travel, but I cannot. Anyway, once again, we'll go to the contrast and try to work ourselves up that way. Add a little bit of contrast, probably sharpen it just a little bit, add a tad bit of clarity to give it that oomph, and probably a little bit of saturation, because this photo is beautiful. You've got a lot of different colors here. HS, let's see what that does in this photo. Probably boost up the shadows just a little bit, because the foreground was underexposed by just a little bit. The white balance I actually think is pretty okayish. I think we'll just do that. No skin tone here as well, obviously adding our fair share of vignetting. Adding a little bit of grain, because we're all for that cinematic grain. And once that is done, I'm just going to add a little bit of fade as well, and let's see what we can do with the split toning here. So what I want to do is get a lot of the greens in the shadows and get the blues in the sky. So we'll just go to there, and yeah, that looks really good. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is obviously going to add a filter on it from this amazing collection of Visco. And you know, Visco has a lot of different filters that you can choose from, and most of them are paid, but the free versions are also pretty good. I remember there being more filters back in the day when I used to actually use it. Now that I look at it, C5 looks really good, but it's locked because you know you need the subscription for that. Sucks. You know what, actually M3 has a pretty good look. It has this matte moody look, and this is the before and the after. I'm really happy with what we've done with this picture, and I absolutely love this, Arbaz. Thanks a lot for you know, sending it over. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. The next set of 2 pictures are in the symmetry background, and they're from Mithun. So thanks a lot, Mithun, for sending these over. He goes on to say in his email that he doesn't know how to click good photos, but buddy, let me tell you, these are beautiful pictures. I mean, this one just looks like you're in Rome or something, I don't know, but we'll edit this one first. Once again, I'm gonna work in my exposure just a little bit, add my fair share of contrast, a little bit of sharpening, saturation, clarity. Oof, it's so tempting to go all the way on something like this, but don't. Let's go to our highlights, probably boost that a bit. Shadows, I think they're fine. White balance, probably make this a little warmer. No skin tones, a little bit of vignetting, again fair share of grain, a little bit of fade. Split toning, I don't want to do a lot right now in this one. Actually, just a little bit of shadows and a little bit of highlight. Yeah, okay, all right, so we're done, and then we'll go ahead and add the filter that we're looking for. And you know what, let's go with C1, but way less overblown. Yeah, actually I think we can still do better. How about T1? That's too moody. Let's go to all presets and see what all we have. We've got C1, G3, M5, P5. Wow, that is nice. Okay, I like this one. We're going with P5, guys. So yeah, that's the before and the after. Hope you guys do like it. Once again, thanks a lot, Mithun, for sending this over. The next one is also from Mithun, and you know, it's this photo right here. I think if we could just copy the settings from it and probably save it on that. So what we can do is go ahead and copy edits, go back and go to the same photo, and over here and paste the edits here. Wow, you know what, that actually looks really good. The only thing that I can notice is that you know, the symmetry is not lined up. It's a little bit more on the right side. So what we'll do is quickly adjust that just a little bit and probably crop that for just a little bit. Yeah, yep, I think that's much better. Yeah, so we're done with these 2 photos, and let me just quickly save this as well. Save as draft. And guys, the next one that we're looking at is this wonderful sunset, and this was sent by Atri. So thanks a lot, Atri, for sending this photo. And this just screams Visco as it is in the first. I mean, I don't even have anything to say about it. So what we'll do is again work in our you know, exposure, maybe make this a little brighter, contrast just a little bit, sharpen it a little, add a little bit of clarity. All right, go ahead and saturate it a bit as well. I love the hue. Shadows, maybe not, because this is supposed to be sort of a silhouette sort of a shot, so that works really well. White balance, I really like where the photo is at. So yeah, that's that. Again, vignette, grain, of course, because why not? Grain just looks great. A little bit of fade, not a lot. And split toning, do we want to split tone anything here? Probably a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, you know what, I am not exactly super proud of the split tone thing, so let's just remove that. And once that is done, let's go and find out a filter for this. C1 already looks stunning. Even F2 looks good. See, it's photos like these that are like genuinely made for VSCO, and all of them look good on this, like all of them. Let's see what for this photo has to provide us. I knew C1 would look really good. This could also be a really cool black and white photo, but I think I'm going to go with C1. It's called Chromatic, in case you guys are looking for it. And this is the before and the after. I absolutely love the way it looks. Let me know what you guys think. Again, thanks a lot R3 for sending this over. Alright guys, last but definitely not the least, we have this photo of the dog, and this is from Shubham. So thanks a lot Shubham for sending this over. And the first thing that I notice with it obviously is my OCD, that the horizon is actually a little bit tilted. So what we are going to do is go straight to adjust and probably straighten this a bit, just like so. So now the photo is straightened, as you guys can see, and we'll work in our exposure, add our contrast, our sharpening, our clarity, all that. Probably a little bit of saturation, boosting the shadows a bit. Then we go to the white balance, and I really want to take out the blue hues in this one. Add again our vignetting, our grain, and a little bit of fade, and I'm just going to leave the split toning part. Let's see, I think probably, yeah, M5. Wow, beautiful. I love it. Okay, so that's the edited one, guys. I think this also looks really cool. Again, thanks a lot Shubham for sending these over. And I think that is pretty much it for today's video. These are all the 6 photos that we picked. Guys, please send me more photos, man. I really want to continue doing these series, and I would love for all of you guys to send me more pictures, because why not? Until then, guys, if you guys did like the pictures that were edited, you can download them from the folders below. Once again, thanks to everyone for entering and the ones that sent out their pictures. With that said, this is Anubhav signing out. Hope you guys are having a safe quarantine. I'll catch you guys next time with a new video soon. Until then, you guys have a great day. Peace out.